what's up? Today's video we are talking Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies and how they've exploded into the scene. Whoo! Okay.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it.
From being underdogs to now being your favorites.
Forget underdogs. It's just the story of Ja in itself. People can say, yeah, I've known Ja is going to explode for the longest time, but I don't even know which year Ja was drafted. All I know is that he's Zion's year.
Yeah.
That's all I know, you know? And that's the point I'm trying to get across, is that he's been overshadowed and overlooked. And because also his position is predicated on athleticism and speed and whatever. And then you have a guy like Zion Williamson, you're like, bro. But what do we say? Availability is the best ability. And Ja Morant, oh my goodness.
Sensational.
It's not just explosion. It's not just
It's how he's worked on his game, bro. It's how he's worked. We've known that he's not a 3-point shooter, but you cannot leave that man open at this point. You leave him open, he's gonna hit it.
Then he hits that, then you say, oh no, I want him to take the mid-range floater. Let's see if he's got that game. My Warriors did that last season in the play-in. And he hit that. He made that shot. And it's phenomenal to see when a guy, you keep testing him, you keep trying and see things, and he just prevails. And he just prevails. I don't know. Ja Morant, it's also, what is this? He comes, the Memphis Grizzlies in themselves, they come from a fucking play-in game last year. Where are they now? They are third in the West. And I think they have the exact same amount of wins as Warriors, if not more. What is this? The losers.
Yeah,
they have more losses than the Warriors or whatever. They are playing sensationally.
They're playing some phenomenal ball,
even without Ja in the team. 10-game stretch without Ja. We said, it's okay if they lose, they're not gonna win that much. I think they went like 9-1 or they had like a great stretch. They had an amazing fucking stretch.
That team, how it's constructed. I don't know when the Grizzlies became such a good organization. Because for the longest time for me, it's been, I don't watch the Grizzlies, man. Even when he started in the league, I was like, I don't watch the Grizzlies. Now I'm forced to watch them. Those guys have forced my hand.
Yeah.
That squad is proper deep. You understand when we talk about squad depth? You have your Desmond Bain, Dylan Brooks, Slow-Mo, Xavier Tillman, Triple J, obviously, Brandon Clark. Man, the list goes on. This team is proper
stacked. But that's what it goes back to when you say, you don't think Memphis is a good organization. The franchise in themselves have always been competing, from Marc Gasol and Zebo and all those guys, Tony Allen.
Yeah, but
from
they were
that
just
era.
Bottom tier that I don't...
No, those guys were hard. I remember when my Warriors were stepping on the scene, beating Memphis was the... Whew! It was... that was tough. It was the same as the Lob City. You get me? It's those teams where they've had a chance,
but you don't think that they're the top caliber team. You not where they are.
Revisionist history, brother. Revisionist history. They had a window. They just didn't break the seal. But I don't want to go into that about which other teams are like that today. Suns, Jazz. But yeah, Lob City. You know those teams. But sorry,
go for it.
Okay, Memphis for me is just the organization. I give daps to the organization. I normally slander organizations for not being able to build and being patient and develop players. Memphis have been developing players and being patient. Even when they drafted Jaren Jackson Jr., we said on the show, you can go back, we said, that's the guy, he will be something, we're waiting for it. And his development have been slow, and they've been patient with him. Being patient.
And we're seeing the fruits now.
We really Desmond Bain, second year right now. Crazy.
Is it his second?
Second year.
Flipping. No, nah, he's doing too much. He's
They
doing
drafting
too much.
really well. They drafting really well. And it's wonderful to see a small market team blossom like this. And I just want to see more and more and more until we get to the hate part. Until then they become a threat to your favorite team. And then it's like, fuck you.
This is facts. But aren't they a threat to your favorite team right now as we speak?
Definitely. Every time I play those guys, Diminile number one.
Dog.
And I'm crossing my fingers that we're gonna beat them. They beat us in the freaking play-in game. I do not have excuses of that we had 8 players, we do not have a
And
full
now
squad.
the series
Doesn't
is what,
matter.
2-1?
2-1
to them.
To them, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's 2-1 to them now. They mean business.
Yeah, but some teams are 82-game teams, others are 16-game teams, man.
What are you trying to say?
Anyway.
Let's get to the meat. Let's get to the meat.
No.
Or what?
Okay, no, get to the meat. What's the meat of it, boy?
Ja MVP. My boy is putting up the numbers right now. He's putting up real good numbers. His team are 3rd in the East. What do you have to say about them for MVP, my boy?
Hot takes.
That take is deserved at this moment. The ones that I don't fuck with are the ones where we putting him up against Giannis, as in talent-wise. It's just hold up on them ones. Hold up on them ones.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Disrespectful.
No.
But
okay, what I can say, Ja Morant MVP. He's playing well. He's not an MVP caliber kind of player, man. He's not MVP right now. His team is 3rd in the West. It's not 3rd in overall rankings. And you guys watch us. I don't even like talking about MVP. It's
so early in the season.
Not even just early in the season. MVP conversations when you don't have content and you want to make a video and you're like, oh, let's speak about the MVP race. That's really what the MVP conversation's about. Ja Morant MVP right now. You guys know how I feel about MVP. If don't, go back. Be a top 2 team in the NBA. Maybe top 3 in the NBA. And they aren't it. And then have the counting stats. And you guys know how I feel about Jokic winning. It was a sci-fi year. Everyone got injured. No one. It was a default. Not saying he didn't deserve it. My man played every game and whatever, and he won it. He is the guy. But then again, we don't look at anomalies and say, "Oh, that's how MVPs are won."
Yeah.
Same with Russ when he was a 6th seed. Or I don't look at anomalies and say, "Oh, okay, that's how MVPs are won."
It's just like the Steph for MVP last year thing. It wasn't a real thing. It never was a real thing. And Oaks wanted to believe it. So I get it when you say that. Because for me, I still was thinking 3rd in the East. But then when you say it's overall, like actually, yeah, that's how it normally is. It's top 3 overall. So we'll still need to see how it pans out in the
but also I love Ja, right? And I think he's amazing. Love the fucking attitude. I love that attitude. The 10-game winning streak or 11-game winning streak, and them mean mugging with those fuck yous too. I love that. That's hot. That's the kind of shit that I ride
for. That's that confidence / arrogance.
You
don't know where it is.
When someone's not guarding you, say, come here. Come guard me here now. You get me? And building up, I love that. All right? So when I say this, it's no hate. There's no hate in me saying this. But he's not MVP caliber. I don't see it yet. I can see it in guys like Luka. I can see it in Zion. And they haven't done what he's done with the team. They haven't done this. But to me, those are more MVP caliber guys who are 5-star players in the league.
What makes you say that? Well, what makes a player 5-star in your eyes? Just on eye test.
I was not even prepared for this. It's just how you play and how you control the... I can't...
No, I think you have it on the right path, because for me it's also... It's how the game is malleable to you.
It's how easy you make the game look also. It seems like you just belong without even trying. It's so effortless. You know?
So you say with Jai, you see how hard it comes to him, or what?
It's not that it comes so hard for Ja. It's just he's not there yet. He's still elevating.
It's like As long
It's
as
like
you say
Donovan
yes.
Mitchell. I see Donovan Mitchell, and he's a star in the
He's a
league,
star.
but he's not there yet.
I hear
It's
you.
like Dame Dollar. He's not there. He's amazing, but he's not an MVP caliber.
I hear
He
you.
doesn't sit there with the guys of who's this? He's not. Who are these guys, man? James Harden and Steph, Giannis, LeBron. Not saying they're all as good, but in terms of carrying a team or being that guy where you just stand out, where it's just clean. When
You know that this man can give you 60 wins.
I
in the
just
season.
can't explain it, but it's just clean. It's clean that you're just that guy. For me, Ja is at a 4.5 star kind of player. And that's where he's right
changing my
now.
mind. He's
yeah,
there. He's
he was
there turning
probably
the
be
screws still.
3.5, 4 star beginning of the year, 4. Now he's at 4.5. He's still progressing. He just guys like who are in his same age range, like Luka and Zion, they just have that it factor. That's how I can put it. It's that it factor. He has the attitude, and the charisma and the heart and the passion for the game. But I can't put my finger and say he has that it factor. You get me? But I still think he's coming and he's developing well. But I'm excited about the Grizz. And it's why I would say coming into the playoffs, they're not going to be a contender.
Because
They're
you
going
don't
to be
think he
a
has
good
it.
team. They're going to take a good team and going to give them a good run for their money. That's what I believe. They're going to give a good team a good run for their money.
It's a 6-game series.
Let's
All
not go
right.
there.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for our next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. All right, we out.